Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to International Islamic University, Islamabad School's Sahiwal Campus online lectures. This is the lecture of Grade 4 English, and in this lecture we are going to begin unit number 2 from the student's book of Grade 4 English, and the unit name is Historical Report. Its subtitle is Early Morning 60 Years Ago. Dear students, we have already covered all the lectures from unit number 1 where we learnt the reading and explanation of the content from the story. Then we moved towards the exercise and have covered all the topics from the exercise with all the exercises from your student's book and all the exercises from your workbook also. Some of the exercises were given you as your homework. I hope that you all have done those exercises. So today we are going to begin unit number 2, and in this lecture, in the first lecture of unit number 2, historical report, we will cover the reading and explanation of the content of the story. I will explain you the written text and all the meanings from difficult words from this story, and you are required to write down those meanings in your English classwork notebook. So let's begin the first lecture from the unit number 2, historical report, early morning 60 years ago. Before we begin the reading, just make sure that you have your English student's book, your English classwork notebook, and your stationery with you. Listen to the teacher attentively and write down meanings of difficult words in your English classwork notebook. Note down the points that you don't understand and wait for the discussion session. Now open your English student's book, page number 11. Mark date and day on the top of the page. Open your English classwork notebook and prepare a classwork page by writing date and day on the top of this page. The topic is historical report and subtopic is early morning 60 years ago. Dear students, please prepare index properly. Before we begin with the reading, just let's discuss that what is described in this lesson. As the title is historical report, let me explain you that what is a historical report. A historical report is a research report about times past. This can be about a particular person, events, daily life, or how people in history affected our lives. Dear students, a historical report is a written text which is about anything from the history, which is about anything from the past. It can be about people, chain of events, their life routine, or it can also describe that how the life from history has affected our lives. So in this chapter, early morning 60 years ago, the daily life routine of past people is described here. In this lesson, it is described that how much life was hard and students had to do labor for their living. This lesson is about a hard daily life routine of a poor family, that how their kids had to do work along with their studies. This is the scene about 60 years ago. Dear students, have your parents or your grandparents told you that their lives and routine was more tough than yours? You must have heard things like this, that in past people had to do more hard work than us. The life was very hard. It can be easily assumed that when there was no electricity, how difficult the life would be. When there were no washing machines, they had to wash their clothes with their hands. When there were no natural gas discovered as a fuel, they had to burn the wood, or they had to burn some other things to make fire, to cook food, etc. When there were no proper system to supply water, they just had to go to the well near their village. There were only one well in each village. They picked their pots from their houses and went to the village. They dragged water from the well and filled their pots for the whole day use. Dear students, they had to use that limited water for the whole day's cleaning, washing and cooking, etc. or even for drinking. There were a limited water. How hard that life was. When there were no electrical irons to press their clothes, they used iron plates for this purpose. 5 plates were put on fire. When a plate got hot, it was picked to iron the clothes and put the next on fire. How hard the system was, how hard their life was, you can easily assume. Okay, now let's begin the reading from the lesson. Unit number 2. Dear students, please open your page number 11 from your student's book. Open your English classwork notebook and the classwork page that you prepared for today's classwork. Draw a line in the middle of the page. Write down words in the left section and meanings in the right section. This page will be used to write down meanings of the difficult words in your English classwork notebook. Now come to the page number 11 from your student's book and let's begin the reading. Early morning 60 years ago. 60 years ago, Hamza and Taha were young boys in Karachi. Most mornings they consumed parathas and fried eggs for breakfast. Sometimes they ate boiled eggs. Before they went to school, they had to do chores. This was the first paragraph of this lecture, of this lesson. Write down the meaning of consumed. It is used to eat. Chores means routine tasks or works. In the first paragraph of this lesson, it is described that how their mornings started. There were 2 boys, Hamza and Taha, who lived with their parents and their sister Amna. This is the scene of a Karachi slum 60 years ago. They got up early in the morning and ate parathas and fried eggs or sometimes boiled eggs. And before they go to school, they had to do some household works. Dear students, do you have to do any household work before going to school? I hope most of us don't have to do any household work before going to school. And Hamza and Taha, 60 years ago in Karachi slum, they had to do. Come to page number 12 and continue the reading. Hamza began by drawing water from the well for the day's washing, cleaning and cooking. Taha's job was to cut potatoes using a knife to make vegetables for lunch. In this paragraph, it is described that they started their household works by drawing water, and drawing water was a job for Hamza, and Taha's duty was to cut potatoes using knife to make vegetables for lunch. Dear students, we don't have to cut or we don't have to grow our vegetables and don't have to cut these ourselves. We just go to shop and buy the vegetables for our lunch and our dinner, but Hamza and Taha had to cut those vegetables themselves. Back to reading. The boys did their jobs while their sister Amina used ironing the school clothes. Dear students, I already have explained to you that when there were no electrical irons, how the clothes were ironed. The same system, the same process was used by Taha and Hamza's sister Amna. Back to reading. 5 heavy irons sat on a hot plate over the fire. When they were all hot, Amna used one to iron clothes. After about 2 minutes, it grew cool, so she put it back on the hot plate and picked up a hot one. And so she went on, putting down a cool iron, then picking up a hot iron. Their older brother Khalid often went fishing with their father at night. The next morning, he scaled and cleaned the pomfrets and prawns, which his mother later sold from a table by the beach. After this job, Khalid always smelled of fish and he had to take a bath before school or the teacher would send him home. Here in this paragraph, scaled means removed skin. Pomfrets, it's a type of small fish. In this paragraph, their elder brother Khalid, his duty is described, that what he had to do, he went every night with his father to the river or to the beach to catch fish, pomfrets and prawns. Then he had to clean those fish, prawns and pomfrets, and the next morning their mother had to sell these fish and pomfrets and prawns, sell out to earn money. After scaling and after cleaning these pomfrets and prawns, Khalid must be smelled of fish, and it would very odd if he continue with this smell and goes to school. So he had to take baths every day in the morning before going to school, after cleaning and scaling of these pomfrets and prawns. And if he doesn't take a bath every morning, he would be continue with the smell, and of course his teacher would not be allow him to sit in the class with this smell and would send him home. Okay, back to reading. At 8 o'clock the school principal rang the bell, warning students that school would soon begin. The next bell rang at 8:30 a.m. when the students got in line for assembly. Okay, in this paragraph it is described when they went to school and the principal rang the warning bell that the school is going to be start. Dear students, in every school, in your school also, there must be two bells of starting school. The first bell is a warning that school is going to start, and at the school time the second bell rings. Similarly, the same is here in the school of Hamza, Talha and Khalid. And with the second bell, when the school actually starts, the assembly begins, where the students of school assemble in a ground and pray for the whole day. Okay, back to reading. Before assembly, the children played in the schoolyard. Among the games they played were hide and seek, jump rope, marbles, tops, yo-yos and kites. Dear students, when your school doesn't start and you reach school before its starting time, you must play with your friends in your class or in ground. In your school you don't go to ground before the school begins. You sit in your classroom and there you play with your classmates. Similarly, Taha and Hamza and Khalid also played with their friends, with their class fellows in the ground, and they played these games: hide and seek, jump rope, marble, tops and yo-yos and kites. So this was the end of today's lesson. I hope you all have understood what we have learned in this lesson, and now let's discuss your homework for today. From students book, page number 11. Read the whole lesson with proper pronunciation and learn the meanings of new words. Dear students, all the words those you have written in your English classwork notebook, you are required to learn the meanings of those words and read out this complete lesson with actual pronunciation, with proper pronunciation. Secondly, open your workbook, page number 6. Here an exercise number 2. On your workbook page you have to fill the workbook page here for exercise number 2, page number 6. Open this. The first exercise only asks you to read out the lesson again, and the exercise 2 asks you to write down the statements, write down the order statements for each picture. For example, first is given you as your homework. In this picture, a boy is putting a bucket of water into some ashes, and here is written that put a bucket of water into ashes, or into ash drum. Okay, similarly for next three pictures you are required to write down the statements that what is going to be done here. I hope you all have understood that what you are required to do here. Get your homework done by the next lesson. This is the end of today's